Hey, what are your thoughts on the group you guys have from an offensive side?
Great group of guys. Very, very excited. For the skill guys, and then the couple of linemen that we got. But yeah, I mean, it's a very, very talented group. Getting 4 receivers will definitely add some talent into that group, and some competition. And Cole Rams there being a tight end, from Coeur d'Alene, so we get an in-state guy, which is real important to us, and he's going to be a special player as well. The 2 O-linemen with Garrett, Coran, and then Kekani, 2 guys that have had amazing high school careers and are great guys. And that was the biggest thing, talking to our staff and kind of going through the guys that were on and that are committing. The biggest thing that we felt was that they all fit the character and the type of demeanor that they had are just guys that are going to fit the locker room. Our guys that are already here and on the team will really love those guys, and it's going to be a great fit. So a bunch of good dudes, and we're excited to get them on campus at some point.
I was going to say, what was there kind of a theme? Or I know you got some size with some of your receivers now, but I mean, was just kind of filling holes? You needed this many of this position, this many here, or was there something you were a main focus for you guys going into this?
Well, we knew we needed to add some receivers, and so that was one of the main focuses. With just some of the guys that we had lost over the season and some scholarship spots that were open. So that was definitely a big focus for us. The 2 running backs that we ended up signing with Danny Smith and then Andrew. Those are 2 special running backs. So a lot of those guys had bigger offers, had Pac-12 offers, and decided to come to Boise State because of the type of program we have and the type of people we have. And so the future is bright for sure.
Where are you in your search for a quarterback? And I know you can't get specific sometimes, but you had one committed, you lost him. How tough was that late in the process, and where are you at looking for a quarterback now?
Yeah, it's always tough late in the process. I mean, he's committed to us for 7 months or whatever it was, and you're never expecting that, but you always got to be ready for it. So it's not the ideal situation, but there's a lot of great quarterbacks out there, and we gotta find the one that fits best for us. And we're taking our time through that process and seeing who fits exactly what we're looking for. And so there's some different scenarios that we can go and try to hit, whether it's transfers or JC kids or high school guys, and just trying to narrow all that down. And after today, everything will filter out a little bit more too, and so we'll continue that process into January and move forward in February.
I was going to say, you think the quarterback probably won't be addressed till the February signing day? Then?
Most likely.
Okay, and you probably need multiple ones, right? I mean, I figured you probably were already looking for maybe a JUCO or a grad transfer anyway, right? I mean, are you going to need to probably add multiple quarterbacks before next season?
Yeah, that would be ideal. So we want to have at least 4 to 5 guys that are on campus and ready to go. So that'll be the main focus going into, at least for me, on the offensive side of things. Getting that quarterback and filling those spots with some guys that can play ball.
How do you think the early signing period is? I know it's not over, but how do you think it went or is going? And just you guys were in such a bind with the bowl game being so early too. How do you think it all kind of played out?
It was tough. It was definitely a scramble, but our coaches have done a phenomenal job with the guys that we were on and that were committed to us. And we feel like it's a great group of guys for the guys that we've signed, right now. And it's never easy when you're in a championship game and you've got this new early signing period, and then you're in a bowl game and you're trying to figure out how you're going to go see all these guys. But our coaches have done a phenomenal job with the relationships and building that throughout the year, so it made signing day a whole lot easier. With the process.
So I don't think you lost anybody because of the bowl game or anything, right? Or, it wasn't like someone else snuck in and saw them when you couldn't or something.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
So
yeah.
I mean, now looking back at it, now you get a longer Christmas break, and I know it was probably daunting at the time, but now that it's played out this way, it's got to be pretty nice.
Sure, it is. It's definitely front loaded, and now we can regroup, take a look at what holes we need to fill and positions we need to address, and then go attack in January once it opens up again. And get on the road and even look at some 2019 kids.
How hard? I mean, we were joking, but we always saw you on the phone and passing the phone around in Vegas and stuff. I mean, how hard was juggling playing in the championship and like he's only having that week and then being in game week mode and I mean how then when Sunday hit you couldn't go out anymore. I mean how hard was that logistically and stuff?
It was tough, to be honest. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, you got a lot of different things going on, and then on top of that, you're trying to figure out a quarterback situation, and guys are making decisions, and at the end of the day, you got one main goal. That last week when the main thing was winning the bowl game, and we accomplished that, and that was our main task. And now for today, the main goal is to sign all those guys that we had committed, and we did that. And now we're able to regroup and move forward towards the next signing period.
I guess final thing. I mean, I know you're excited about all of them, but is there one or two that you feel like in a couple of years people are going to be like, how'd they, well, man, that was a lucky, feel good about getting him.
We are excited about all of them, honestly. There's not one of those guys that we're not excited about. I mean, all those guys can play football, and they're going to be huge factors for us. Some of the big-name guys, like the Khalil Shakir, had a lot of offers, a lot of options, and felt Boise was his best spot. Andrew Van Buren, obviously he was a very highly touted running back. And Danny Smith's another great running back too. That's going to be a big factor for us. So, one of those guys, being John Hightower, being a JC, receiver that's got a lot of talent and he'll be able to come in and do some big things for us. So, those would be a few, in my view, but all of them are really good football players. Yeah.